My name is Jessica, and I'm the Head of Leadership Development at Business Women Australia. I've been a member for a very long time, 2016, I think, Lynn. And I always kept in very close touch with Lynn and the other members, and have participated but also hosted a myriad of events. And then last year, I think just as COVID hit, we talked about, why don't you come on board and help us in a on scaling on a larger level. And leadership development was always my thing. I lead and run my own company called Intech Teams, where we provide leadership development to executives and Intech teams. So my first mission really was to lead the partnership with Torrens University, Australia, and the wonderful Jessica Pankiw. So we've been working together for over a year, and it's been just such a wonderful journey, and we are working together very closely. Our mission at Business Women Australia, when it comes to leadership development in particular, is to equip women in business with the tools they need to follow their dreams, maximize their potential, learn the skills they need and want to take the next step, but also to have the confidence to step up and live their best lives. And when we started talking to Torrens University Australia, because we've got partnerships with other, industries as well, but we just instantaneously discovered that we share those values, and that's where, it was just such a no-brainer that we just have to work together. So the first thing we did, we're like, we need to get women into, buying into and taking up, post-grad or, any education, formal education, higher education. And we're like, let's do a scholarship, round. So we've done this successfully last year. And unfortunately, Kylie Clark, who won the 100% scholarship, couldn't be here today. She wanted to share her journey, but she's been very successful as a client meeting. So there you go. But she's been a great ambassador as well. And a number of other applicants, of course, have come on board, being part of BWA and also doing their course or degree with Torrens University Australia through the 15% scholarship that's still open to all of you as well. So the scholarship is only one of many initiatives we have started. It's one of the most exciting ones, especially when it comes to, for us to watch all the applications and then for you to be able to start. I'm a lifelong learner. I read probably a book a week. And if you would have told me this last year, I would have said, I can't read a book a week. But for my business, for my clients, for writing IP and content, I've actually gotten used to reading a book a week. I share and exchange experiences with women like at, Business Women Australia. I read blogs, I write blogs, I listen to webcasts, and once a year I have a formal education where I buy into a course where, maybe get an accreditation, or I learn something that helps my clients. Because what I've learned over the last 10 years or so, especially running my own business, is that lifelong learning doesn't just make me more successful and happier. It has a massive impact on the people around me because I can help them. In his book called The Happiest Man on Earth, I don't know if any of you read it, the author is Adi Jaku, and he shares his story as a Holocaust survivor. And whilst this is a very bleak backdrop, the book is wonderful and actually very uplifting with lots of optimism. And there's something in his book that I wanted to share with you today. And he says something around, no matter what you do, what kind of job you work in, you will be doing something that will change someone's life without you even knowing it. And when I read that, and I was reminded sort of it had popped up a couple of days ago, I'm like, I'm going to have to share this with the applicants on Friday, because everything we do has a ripple effect on other people. And the deeper we are connected to that value and the purpose, the bigger the ripple effect, not just on us, but on our loved ones, the people around us, the people we want to help. And how that popped up to me, and the connection I make is, I'm so happy that you've decided to learn and develop by considering, higher education, especially with Torrens University Australia. You'll find the same values there. But it's also, when I watched your videos, I read the narrative, watched the videos, now that read the narratives again, watched all the videos again, I went through it twice. I was like, each and one of you had that purpose and has that purpose. It's not just about doing another degree. Yeah, all of you know exactly why you're doing it, who you're doing it for. And no matter what course you're going to take, I know that what you do with that has a ripple effect on the people around you. And I was so proud of all of you when I saw the video. I'm like, you nailed it. There is a higher purpose, because that's what it's all about. Now you're gonna change the world with what you're just about to embark end of May. So I'm going to leave you with that before I introduce you to Lynn and Jess. While there will only be one lady who will be granted the 100% scholarship today, in my eyes, you're all winners, because you've taken this step already, and you will make a ripple effect by taking this step on lifelong learning, and taking on a course at, that form of education that you've chosen. So I want to congratulate all of you already for just simply having taken the step. So thank you so much for being here. I'm going to hand over to, we've obviously got Jess here from Torrens University, Australia, who doesn't need introduction because you've talked to her already. Lynn Hawkins, I think you talked to most of them, but Sophie, our wonderful Director of Business Women Australia. I'm just going to hand over to you to share a little bit more about BWA.
Thanks, Jess. I'm actually going to do a little bit of a PowerPoint, so I'll just pop. So for those of you who haven't met me before, I'm one of the founders of Business Women Australia, and I'm the National Director. So the buck stops with me. And if you've got ideas for things, or if you've got a collaboration idea or a co-creation idea, I'd love to hear of them. So this is what we do with Business Women Australia members, is we design our program based around what our members want to do. So Lynn at businesswomenaustralia.com.au is the best way to get me. And from there, we will organise for at least a phone meeting to start off with. But before I go on, I'd just like to acknowledge the country in which we're meeting. We're on sacred, sovereign Indigenous land that's lived, danced and celebrated on for over 120,000 continuous years. And we're from all parts of Australia. We've dialed in from the southern parts, the most eastern parts. I'm on the west coast. I'm actually meeting on the Whadjuk people's land of the Noongar Nation, and I'd like to pay respect to all Indigenous elders, past, present and emerging, and celebrate the Indigenous sisters in business that we love and collaborate with too. So BWA has a really powerful vision. We want to be that #1 national collaborative community, and I think we really are that. We had, I think, around 70 collaborative events over the last 12 months. It's been phenomenal. So I can actually say we're possibly the most busy collective in Australia, and we certainly are very good at achieving this mission that we have, which is not just to help each other achieve our goals and dreams, but to actually build and demonstrate a network of influence, creating opportunities for business women. Raising the profile of business women is absolutely essential, because women are looking at each other, and if they see another average everyday woman like me, Lynn Hawkins, doing something like this and stepping up and being courageous instead of hiding behind what I used to do in my work, then if I can do it, anyone can do it. And that's how we all feel as leaders in the community. So leadership is a really powerful focus and a core pillar of our brand and what our community is all about. Business improvement, personal growth, influence and profile, and connecting, and underpinning all those 5 areas of development is, of course, that we all adhere to being lifelong learners. And Jess has actually done a beautiful job talking about her own experience. It's very inspiring to hear that she's reading a book a week. I think I better up the ante. Our values are really important to us as a community, and I think this is what really sets us apart. We're a very welcoming bunch. We're all very down to earth, and being authentic is a really important part of what we're about. One of our members, Tracy Wood, has written a book called Being Imperfectly Perfect, or Perfectly Imperfect. And I think it really demonstrates where these values come from. While we're collaborative, while we're courageous, we're very honest, and we're very open-minded and supportive of each other. So these are the types of women that step into our community and stay active in our community. And there's a lot of benefits about being in a supportive group. not just discounted events and all the wonderful access to all our online and in-person learning events, but also the wonderful friendships that you make, the ability to pick up the phone and use one of your fellow members in BWA, or one of the directors, me, Jess, Anne-Marie, who's also on the call today. Thanks, Anne-Marie. We're here to really help you and be your sounding boards to help you grow and develop, whether you're a career executive, whether you're in the C-suite, whether you have your own business, or whether or not you're just a trailblazer who wants to make the world a better place. This is a great community to play in. But we couldn't do what we do without our partners. Our national partners, Torrens University Australia, have been amazing. They have been so generous with collaborating with us and providing the scholarships that we've been able to provide to women who want to further their education. They've also been amazing at bringing on amazing events that incorporate leaders within our community as well, and feature them at the Torrens University Open Days and their conferences and those sorts of things. It's been a fantastic partnership, and it really has been creating phenomenal opportunities to raise that profile of women in business. Pankiw Enterprises do all our wonderful work in the background with our website and our digital marketing. Solo accounts look after our invoicing and all our reporting and our tax compliance and dealing with our accountants. Anne-Marie Cross, who's online today, what a phenomenal leader she is in our community with the podcasts, and also designing and developing some fantastic courses, which we're about to launch. Podcasting, purposeful podcasting strategies. There's going to be a wonderful course there, and also in business foundations, because we've realised a lot of business women are starting up their businesses and they need those basic foundations in place to be able to be successful. Intact teams, of course, the wonderful Jessica Schubert. You've just had an experience of Jess. She is phenomenal, and yet the most approachable, amazing leader that I just love being around, the energy and enthusiasm that she brings to the table. And to have Jessica head up our leadership development programs is just such a coup. It took me 3 years to convince her to come on board and do this with me. So I have to say I have to be patient, but when I am willing to work with the best, then I wait. I'm in no hurry. I wait for the best to come on board. I eventually wear them down, perhaps. And of course, Fire Up Coaching, a wonderful collaboration that we've got there with Kathy McKenzie and her team. We've just launched the first Business Women Australia National Coaching Accreditation. Fire Up a pathway with the ICF, International Coaching Federation accreditation. They're the only RTO in Australia that offers that pathway. So we thought that would be pretty good for us. We've got a lot of women out there being bombarded by very short-term unaccredited coaching programs that are very expensive. And I think if we can put our hat on this and say, here is a dinky die coaching pathway, and then you're also a part of a community where we can support you and build your coaching business, that's a really powerful way to do it for women who are looking for that sort of like a 6 to 8 month diploma. And of course, Hawkins Marketing, that's my teams that sit in the background and mainly focus on the LinkedIn stuff that we do. One of the wonderful things about being a member of Business Women Australia is access to all the Torrens University short courses. We love these. They are thousands of dollars worth of courses in this portal that are freely available to all our members. So if that's not a reason to join, then I don't know what is. I've actually been working my way through it. I was really interested in the artificial intelligence course. You can see that one there. Such an important area to be on top of. All of us are in technology. It doesn't matter whether or not we're in a community service organisation or if we're in a consultancy business. We're all actually got to embrace and understand the technology that's going on around us today. So as I said, we're very active. There is so much going on. May has been phenomenal, and June is looking just as busy. So we've still got some great online things here because I've got women over from all of the different states online at the moment. Our next online one is the 29th of May, Building a Profitable, Scalable Business for Coaches. I think that's correct. And I think we're doing a podcasting one later in the year with Anne-Marie in June. But of course, I'm coming over to Melbourne for a long table lunch or for a lunch in Melbourne. So for those of you that are around in Melbourne in June, I'd love to see you. So welcome. We always welcome new members. It's not expensive. When you just look at all those benefits that you get, it's a very, very reasonable membership, and you've got such a supportive crowd around you. If you're looking to step up, and I think a couple of our Torrens University applicants have already put their hat in the ring to become premium level members. So we're already planning some podcasts and some webinars with them, and it's just going to be so exciting collaborating with these leaders in our community. So we are going to announce our 100% scholarship shortly. I'll hand back to Jess. For those of you who have any questions, please, again, don't hesitate to contact me, lynn@businesswomenaustralia.com.au. Being the National Director sounds like it's a pretty important job, but I love nothing more than to have a chat to business women and hear their stories and hear how we can help them. So thank you.
Thanks so much, Lynn. Really appreciate it. Jessica, Pankiw, over to you. Quick introduction, although you don't need introducing. But yeah, why don't you share a little bit more about the scholarship and yeah, just a little intro to all of the applicants here.
Absolutely. Well, thank you both. It's a tough act to follow with you two. It's been absolutely amazing to work with you both over the last 12 months and to be here offering this scholarship again. As we know, we were so successful when we offered it last year, with quite a few of the applicants coming through and still taking on that 15% scholarship, and they're just loving their journey. So if you ever want to speak to anyone who's currently studying with us about their journey, please reach out, because we're happy to put them in contact. And I think that's one of the most beautiful things about being part of BWA as well. And I'm definitely feeling it as a member myself, not just being here to manage our partnership, but the different connections that you do build. And it's friendship. The ladies that I've enrolled last year, I talk to them now almost once a week, or sometimes once a fortnight or once a month. And I speak to them and I say, we're not colleagues. It's not a professional thing anymore. We're all friends. It's really, really lovely. And I think that's one of the most beautiful things about my role here at Torrens as well, is we want to provide that one-on-one support for any of our students, and especially coming through our partnership with Business Women Australia. It is something that's really important to us, and we want to make sure that each and every one of you is supported through your studies and that it isn't so scary. I think a lot of people look at any form of studying, and especially higher education, as it is this huge step and it's terrifying. So I just don't want to consider it. And we want to show you that there are different approaches to it, I guess. And I think I just wanted to go back to one thing you said, Jess, in your intro about changing the world. I don't know if any of you ladies can remember me saying that, but I say it to almost everyone I talk to about a scholarship, is when you're writing down why you want this scholarship, talk to me about how you're going to change the world with this degree, because you absolutely are. Each and every single one of us are changing the world every single day. So I think that's really, really powerful. I probably don't need as much of an introduction. I have spoken with each of you already over the phone. So as you know, I am our Pathways and Partnerships Development Manager here at Torrens. So I manage our relationship with Business Women Australia personally. So anytime you need support through the university, I will be here as your first point of contact. What I will do after today as well, once we get you all enrolled, I'll be introducing you across to your success coach here. So every single student has a success coach, and in particular, Andrea, one of my colleagues, has agreed to be the success coach for all of our BWA members, and she's absolutely fantastic. She's down to earth, exactly like Jess and Lynn are, and I have to actually connect you all, and I know I haven't done that yet, but you all get along so well. She's just really, really supportive, exactly like Jess Schubert. She makes you look within and understand really why you're going through this process, why you're doing these studies, and is going to help and support you to keep you motivated through the journey as well. So I'll give you a really quick overview of Torrens. I'm sure I've given it to all of you over the phone, so I won't make it really long and winded, but We are Australia's newest and fastest growing university. So within the past 5 years, we've grown to 21,000 students nationally, which is pretty impressive. And the reason that we've been able to grow so significantly and so quickly is because we take a really different approach to learning. So we don't follow the traditional model of, if you're an online student, sort of here's your textbooks at the start of the trimester and see you later. We'll see you at exam time. Again, we're going to be here to support you throughout your whole entire studies. And we provide a collaborative environment. So you are, even if you're online or whether you're on campus, you still get the same experience that an on-campus student would receive. You can study in your own time as well. So we're not strict on a part-time degree has to take X amount of time and a full-time degree has to take X amount of time. It really is at your pace. Let's look at it every 12 weeks, see what's going on with you now and how much study you can take on to make sure that you are completely successful. But yeah, that's a little bit about Torrens. If you have any other questions at all, please reach out to me directly. You've all got my mobile number and email address, but what I will do after today is I'll reach out to you all again, go through how to finalise your application and get all of your documentation together, all of that sort of thing, and then support you through the next couple of weeks before we start the trimester.
Amazing. Thank you, Jess. And, you know, as a coach, I can tell you, if you get from your university a success coach assigned you that guides you through, you know, your journey, you know, that's, I used to work for international study programs and I worked with every single university in Australia and a lot of universities in Asia. There's not one single university that offers this degree of support. And we know coaching has become really important. So just want to point this out. It really sets Torrens apart. So I'm glad that you applied for this scholarship here and hopefully you're going to be part of it. So should we take it away? I know the ladies are sitting there going like, tell us already who's been awarded the scholarship. Should we take it away? Okay. So let's start. Lorraine, Akanksha, if at all, can you turn your video on? Be lovely to see you as well. See everyone's faces. If that's an opportunity, great. Thanks, Lorraine. Okay, so
yeah.
I'm roll here as well, but it's on an app, so bear with me and I hope it works. Here we go. The person that has been awarded the BWA and Torrens University Australia 100% scholarship for the May 2021 intake is Irene Stanley.
Oh my God.
Congratulations.
Are you serious?
Congratulations.
That's amazing, guys. Oh my God. I feel like I'm going to vomit. Oh, sorry. When I get really nervous, I'm like, oh my God, I'm actually shaking. Whew. Are you serious? Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God. Wait a minute. Sorry. Just
Congratulations, Irene. Why don't you take a minute? I want to also congratulate everyone else. You all just runner-uppers. It was very close. We loved all of your narrative and all of your videos. Jess, Lynn, Donna, you were part of the judgment panel. You know, there was 6 people judging over 2 weeks as well. Like, you know, we took a lot of we put a lot of effort into this. So all of you are winners. We we only had 1 spot for the 100%. So yeah, Irene, congratulations to all of you, because as I said, you've made this already.
Yeah, I'd love to just echo that.
Oh God, I'm not an emotional person, guys, but this has actually hit the spot.
Just wanted a membership, a scholarship. So sorry, Jess, what were you going to say?
No, that's okay. I just wanted to echo exactly what you just said and to really, really thank everyone for your participation. It's such a tough decision, and we found this last year when we did it as well. Everyone that comes through just puts so much passion into it. So a huge congratulations for taking the leap. Yeah, everyone should be so, so proud of themselves.
It's all right, Irene. Do you know what? Exactly the same happened last year, and then there was more tears.
There was a lot of tears.
The floor. Feel free to unmute yourself and congratulate, but also share your journey with us. Like, how was the process of going through the application for you? Because we heard wonderful stories that even just applying for it and thinking about, your purpose and why you're doing it, was fantastic. So, put yourself off mute and share with us as well. Hi, Akanksha. It's good to see you as well.
Yeah, you too. Do you want
Can you hear me?
Yeah, feel free to say something, Akanksha. Yes.
No, go ahead. Sorry, I dropped. My call got dropped at a really odd time, and I was like, "Oh my God!" Everyone would be like, "Oh, she didn't win, so she dropped off." No, sorry about that. Go ahead, Erin. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. There was a problem with what was going on. Oh my God. So that video took me at least 300 goes to do because I was not happy with how I was talking. I was trying to say so many things and not really getting to an authentic place with anything what I was trying to say. And now I'm all muffled again because I'm just a little bit overwhelmed. But I just want to congratulate everyone else that actually, went and did their video as well, because it's actually quite intimidating to do by yourself and you kind of overthink it. And I had to call Lynn there at one point and I was like, Lynn, I don't know if I can do this. Because I did, and I did overthink it. And she's like, Irene, I think you're overthinking it. I'm like, I am. So I think the last video that I did, I was actually laughing because I was like, okay, so this is my 400 go now. I need to stop it, stop overthinking it. And because I know that you ladies are all amazing and not judgmental about anything. And I really just wanted a really good video, and I wasn't being my authentic self until the very last video, and I was like, that's me. I'm just gonna have to deal with it and put it out there. So thank you guys so much. And 100% I meant every single word in my video, and I can't wait. I got my Torrens University email today to do my subjects, so that's really exciting. And yeah, and so this is just the beginning. It really is. And I can't tell you how excited I am. And I know that in my video I said I'll probably be crying at midway, and I probably will be. But I really am so confident that this will bring out the best in me, and it will create more avenues for my company, for myself, my individual growth. And even, to be honest, one of the biggest things about me doing this was because I'm the eldest out of 5 in my family, and I want to show my siblings that it's okay to go back to school, because they all dropped out at a very early age too. And it's okay to go back to school no matter what age you are. So, I mean, they've all got kids and stuff, and anything's possible. So I really hope that they can see what I'm capable of achieving in my life, regardless what happens. And then going back and actually biting the bullet, and okay, I might be out of my comfort zone because it's not my business anymore. I'm actually going into studying full time. Well, actually full time for the first 3 months and then part time. But it's a huge step for me, and I just want to show them that anything is absolutely possible. So I just want to thank you guys so much. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm actually still shaking.
Oh, that's all right, Irene.
Oh my God.
You're welcome. You'll do.
Congratulations, Irene. It's absolutely wonderful that you've been awarded this. And I'd just like to share a little bit to the other applicants about the process. So we actually rate our applications based on both their written submission and the video. So there was a 300-word written submission and a video. And inside that, we're looking for things around not just your vision, but also what your goals and dreams are, whether or not you have a community orientation, you know, how that's coming through, you know, the confidence and the passion that's coming through. So there's in each of the areas, each of the judges, as Jess said, there's 6 judges, and we actually mark against both the written and the video, and inside that I think there's around 10 different categories. And what I found fascinating when I looked at all the score sheets as they came in is that while there were some clear ones at the top and some clear ones at the bottom, they weren't all the same coming from the judges. So it's a really interesting process, and it's a very fascinating process in terms of you bring all that together as a collective number of scores, and then you see who then comes out and who actually is on top of the pack. And Irene, without a doubt, you sat there as the best applicant across both of those things, representing the values of Business Women Australia and being able to articulate how this particular scholarship and how this degree in actual fact would change your life, and be able to then help you impact upon very clearly where you saw that impact is going to be. And if we could have your permission, we would love to be able to publish your video as a submission in terms of what it is. We did that with Kylie. Obviously for Kylie, she'd actually gone and got hers professionally produced. And I said to anyone who took the time to book in for a 30-minute chat with me when the scholarship announcements were being put out, I did say, we don't expect it to be professionally produced. When you said to me that you had taken like 18 tries at the video, like, I just set it up and say it from the heart. We don't expect it to be super polished, but what we're looking for is a leader and someone that's prepared to be a leader. And it was very evident with all our applicants that they have a quality, what we're looking for in the qualities of leadership and what we're looking to achieve in terms of the impact that we have in our communities. So it was a tough decision, but clearly, Irene, you were very worthy of this 100% scholarship. The fact that you were going to do this degree anyway, which was fascinating from my point of view. I thought there is a person who's very committed to their education and very committed to actually making a difference in the world, to the point where you're going to do it. And so as you're already on that journey. So it really does speak a massive amount when, when people walk the talk. So well done, Irene. Congratulations. And congratulations to all the other applicants. Please drop me a line. I know some of you have already done this. Lorraine and I had a great chat yesterday. We're going to change the world in health and wellbeing in corporations. We've already got a pathway forward in terms of what we're going to be doing with Lorraine. We've got a webinar lined up and all sorts of great ideas. Samantha, I'd love to get some more understanding of what we can do in terms of like participating with you, getting involved with Business Women Australia, supporting you on your amazing journey going forward as well. And the other applicants, if you are watching this recording, I would please encourage you to book in for a 30-minute call with me, because this is how we do things at Business Women Australia. It's all come from within our community. We don't sit back and go, oh, what topics are we going to have? It's not a networking group. This is actually a powerful change program. It's a movement, and it's our movement, and we all own it, and we can do what we like with it. So thank you, everyone. Jessica, you are amazing. Jessica Schubert, Jessica Pankiw, both of you, amazing how you pull all this together for us every time. So this is our second round, and what an incredible quality group of people. Absolutely phenomenal, the applications coming through.
Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Okay.
Deep breaths, Irene, deep breaths.
My mum is going to be over the moon. I cannot wait to tell her. I think she might have a little cry too.
Yeah. Go and have a talk to Mum, have a champagne, celebrate over the weekend. We'll be in touch, because you'll be, included in our social media, as well as everyone else who, starts their journey at Torrens and BWA. We really celebrate members, and especially in this group, coming together and being part of the community. So I can't wait.